Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind. In the previous episode of the podcast, we talked about our life updates, and Andrew got started on his experience of this weird social media request. And in this episode, we shall dive deeper in how we actually manage all this social media messages requests. Let's get to it and hope you enjoy. Yeah, but of course, the approach now is that I will try if it doesn't harm me in any way. So just try it out, see how it goes.
Yeah, from my point of view, actually, I think it's okay to discuss about job stuff on Instagram. Just that the approach itself is a bit weird, like
Yeah,
the
it's
way
like
how
it's
it
very
started
intrusive.
and
I
all,
was like, man, have you even
Yeah.
asked that I need a job? I probably don't need one. I don't want to spend time talking to you about my knowledge, because the thing is, I don't even know what you want. Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, just now I just quickly went through some of the message requests that I have on Messenger.
Oh,
So
okay.
apparently, some of the people actually kind of like send a follow-up message after 1 or 2 years, which
Oh,
I'm like,
wow.
okay, wow.
Very weird. Do you happen to know that Verene is taken? You know, her boyfriend is right here speaking on his podcast. So, yes, maybe double check her profile before doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, actually, I didn't want to be someone that is not nice. I don't reply people or what. Just that the way they're approaching me is like very weird. The way that how they started the conversation is weird as well. Yeah, and plus if they are my friends' then I might probably answer them. But these people are just random people that I don't know from where they find me or what. Yeah, that's why I choose not to reply. And most of the time, they just send me a hi. So what do you expect from me?
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So, many years ago, it's something that happened to Verene, which is really funny, very funny. So, cause me and Verene, we kind of got to know in more of like a society setting where we were part of a club, a youth entrepreneur society. So we focus on bringing an entrepreneurship exposure to our students, the people who are joining us. And so, and Verene happens to be the secretary, which is, doing a lot of stuff, dealing with many things with us and all that, because I was the vice president and all that. So Verene communicated in a very, very, very funny way, in a very, very funny way, very, very funny. The way she speaks to people through WhatsApp and all this is that she would text people, "Hi." Okay, it's remember, this is not like a casual conversation. It's not like she's trying to get to know someone else. Like, it's probably like, for example, contacting me. She wants maybe a document from me, maybe approval for something like that. So she'll message me and she'll message "Hi," and that's it. Yes, that's it. And well, like you'll be thinking, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, at least for me, I'm thinking like, okay, so Verene is trying to request something. So definitely, like, after the hi, there's something. No, there's nothing. The reason being is that she's waiting for another reply from, let's say, me to say hi or something, or to ask like, oh, is there anything? Then she will start asking that. So without a reply, she probably won't ever tell her true purpose, which is really funny, which is something that, of course, I told that, no, you shouldn't do things like this, because first thing first is make things very inefficient, trying to wait for every single conversation. Let's say it, in Malaysia scenario, it's a lot faster. You can like, hi, you talk maybe 2-3 lines, and you get to your objective. And the thing is, but still, through 2-3 lines, imagine if the person take a day to reply, it will take Verene 3 or 4 days just to get approval, which is crazy. Yeah, but in a British scenario, oh my god, this might take up weeks or months, because the amount of conversation that will be going on before we actually land on our true objective. So yes, but luckily Verene is no longer like this. So now what she'll do is that she'll hi, and then she'll state her objective and everything. It just makes sense to do it this way. Yeah, I even told my dad there was a period of time where my dad just say hi, and then I told my dad, if you have anything, you just tell me immediately, because if you just send a hi, most of the time where even my friends, when they send a hi, I wouldn't care about it. I wouldn't read the message, because I was like, bro, like, I'm not free to say hi to you. I have things to do. Tell me what you want, man. Yeah, something like that. That's why. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Now, I'm happy that Verene now understands that the importance of stating a reason, because now she's like basically ignoring people that just say hi. Yeah.
Actually, is it many people that actually, send message like this, like hi, and they stop?
I don't know. I guess for those people, well, you can probably look at their shoes, since you have been in those experience. So probably they are, they're shy, embarrassed, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But of course, definitely that's not the way to do this.
Yeah.
You're shy or something. Yeah, like definitely that's one of the reasons. But that is not the way to communicate. That is definitely not the way to communicate, bro.
I'm no longer like this for a very long time, okay?
Yes, well done. I'm happy to hear that. I am very happy to hear that.
But now that I think back, I think in the past I do reply to this hi. Yeah.
Maybe because, it's just relatable, You see that, you're
Yes.
like us. We are the same category. It's totally normal to say hi. And without, with no reason at all, it's okay to say hi, Imagine people just come and say hi to you and then just run away, It's absolutely normal, The world works this way, Yeah. That was like Verene's world, probably.
Okay, I cannot remember what happened, but yeah. So this message request in the past, I did reply, and the outcome.
Maybe Verene is desperate for friends. That's why she's doing that back then.
Okay lah, maybe, I don't know.
Seriously, okay, but you're saying something. You're saying that what else did they reply?
No, I'll just reply to them like hi first and see what they are going to talk about next. If it's something very weird, then I'll just ignore. Yeah. Actually, I don't have the habit of blocking people, so I'll just leave it there, and yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do rarely block people as well, but there is one. Actually, that is someone that I know, but I find him very annoying. I mean, it's just some bad experience that I had with him in one of the chats, which is very weird. That's why and still, I don't know, and he just keeps on still sending messages. That's why I just chose to block him, because it doesn't feel right. So yeah, I just felt very intrusive. I felt like he's very intrusive. He's weird and all that. Yeah, and I don't know. So that's why I blocked him. Yeah, just few times. I blocked no more than 10 people in my life. Yeah.
Okay. I actually have one I think example, like I think 2 days ago.
Interesting.
Someone random just sent me a message asking me, am I studying in university?
Okay.
Which I don't know who is this. And we don't really have common friends. I mean, yeah, mutual friends.
Okay.
So let's take this as the example. Will you reply, or you just leave it like this?
I mean, of course, I find it a bit weird, but I don't see any harm in replying. I'm not currently, I'm currently working, but yeah, I do plan to further study really soon. Like, it's kind of like you talk about 50%. You talk about the truth, but you only give 50% of the details. Something like that. That's what I'll usually do. Yeah. Just like what I actually did to the person who was like interviewing me, because I wasn't expecting for an interview. So when he's asking me what I'm building, even though I know that in an interview scenario, they definitely will say that I build websites and I've experienced using Angular, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I do apps. I use Java, Kotlin, and then for database, I know SQL, and then I do data manipulation using R, Python, business intelligence. You will state all these details, but of course, in cases like this where you don't know anything, I just state that I built website, apps, and database. I guess because why would you want to know all the other shit? So I'll give the truth, but I'll give 50% of the details, something like that. Yeah.
But this person, we don't know each other, and there's no self-introduction or anything. Just randomly come and, hello, are you still studying in university? And that's all.
Okay, that's true. Okay, now you placed a very good question in my mind. Yeah, that's true, because my case is a bit different. I do know that person. Yours, it doesn't come with any introduction and there's no introduction, and then there is no mutual friends and all this. But I don't know, in my case, because it may happen that sometimes there might be just followers, and then people don't know how to message properly, so I might still reply. But in your case, I'm not sure. I mean, I may try it out just to see how weird the conversation go. If it turns weird, I'll just stop it halfway. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably do.
Okay. I just found out another guy. Yeah.
Look, Verene is so popular that even though with a boyfriend, there's still so many guys messaging her. Interesting.
So this guy, actually, I think many years ago, he first
Is it before our relationship?
I think 2014.
Oh, it is before our relationship. Oh, okay.
I don't even know you yet. Okay.
Let's forgive this guy, because that time, I'm not Verene's boyfriend yet. So
Yeah. So this person came and send a sticker and say hi. That time I replied. I replied hi lah. Then after a few very simple conversation, then I never replied him anymore. Since then, I think from 2015 onwards, he wished me happy birthday until this year. So in 2015 to 2017, I still replied being nice and say thank you. But after that, I never. But he still keep wishing me until this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be that he is really, really a fan of yours. She really likes you in some way, or maybe it's a bot actually.
Yeah. So, do you think it's actually very rude to not reply people like this?
No, it's fine. It's fine. What the fuck? Sorry for swearing, but yeah, I don't know. Thanks, but then I was like, I don't have time to just say thank you. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't care about that. Unless I don't know, even if I have a social media guy doing this for me, I probably would ignore it. So this doesn't bring much value out. I would prefer answering questions instead of doing all this kind of useless stuff. Yeah. So sorry. Thanks for your wishes and all that, but I don't see much point doing that. Thanks, man. Yeah. Just yeah. I don't know. I just things that provides too minor value, I would rather just disregard it, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so value is the more important thing that you would consider before replying, is it?
Yeah, definitely. If I don't know you, maybe we can make a friends or something, and then maybe if you're asking something, definitely I'll provide you with some value. Why not? But the thing is, if you're just sending all this kind of stuff, thanks, but then I'm like, that's gonna be thousands of people messaging me all this. Sorry, I can't. Yeah. I can just do this all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking if let's say someone.
That's why actually one thing. What I've done is that I even just privatize my birthday on Facebook, because I don't want to spend my time every single birthday just trying to or reply to every of them. I'm like, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, but I don't want to waste the effort. It's like wasting my time. I'm not enjoying my birthday doing that anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. What did I want to say? I'm thinking if let's say someone really come to me and ask me something serious, I'll reply just that these people just come to me and say they want to get to know me. That just sounds so weird and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a personal preference. Just that I would take a more exploratory approach to things, and totally for you, it's totally fine as well. Yeah, so depends on you, because I can see that things like this, especially if who knows, maybe Verene gets more famous in the future. And it piles up, and then it gets a lot more tiring. So yeah, I mean, it's totally fine to just be selective about things to reply, like even YouTube comments and all this. Yeah, it's totally normal.
Okay. Do you still have anything to add on about this topic?
Not much, but yep, but yeah, like it's quite interesting to just see from both of our perspective that there's just many weird people. Sorry for saying them weird. Maybe I should use unusual. They are not weird, but they have more of an unusual approach on messaging people. So definitely it's not something that I prefer, but for me, at least for me, I would go for more of an exploratory approach where I try to just message, see how it goes. If it doesn't harm me, why not? But as it piles up, and then if it doesn't bring value to either of us, I wouldn't do it at all. Yeah, because time is more important. So I'm sorry about that. But for Verene, I guess you wanna summarize yours?
Yeah. So for me, I would say it's okay to make friends, but for me, I don't know. I tend to be more protective towards myself. Yeah. So if it's a very unusual way, I feel a bit uncomfortable. So yeah, if let's say we have any mutual friends, that might be a lot easier. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that we cannot be friends at all. Just that maybe when a person send me a message, if it's something that I can relate, or then I'll just reply. But if it's not, I probably just ignore it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah. But one thing is, In Thoughts podcast is open to everyone, so feel free to message us on Instagram. We check out all the requests, and we would definitely reply as long as it's not nonsense. So we will just reply. Just message us, provide any suggestion, provide comments. You want to share any ideas of yours, feel free to. In Thoughts podcast, the In Thoughts pod Instagram account is open to you all.
Yeah, true. We are just talking about our own private accounts, yeah. Okay, then I guess that's all for this topic. Do you have any insight this week?
Oh yeah, so personally, I don't have any insights, but I do have something I want to share, because yesterday I think we discussed about the book that we talked about. So it's actually a book that my sister asked me to buy it because she's coming to the UK, and then it's hard to find this book in Malaysia. So this is a very, very interesting book called 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. It's like kind of a collection of essays and all that. But the thing is, it's very interesting. I only read like 2 chapters, so apparently like 2 essays-ish, but there's like 101. But I finished 2 already. Throughout this 2, it's already mind-blowing how much information they're providing, how much effort they are actually already doing into bending your mind. So so I just would like to share one which I find really beautiful, really, really beautiful. Okay, so yes, I will start with the title, and then like the full. Wait, is it the full? Yeah, the like kind of like the full description of that. So the title is: You believe that creating your best life is a matter of deciding what you want and then going after it. But in reality, you're psychologically incapable of being able to predict what will make you happy. So the description, full description. Your brain can only perceive what it's known. So when you choose what you want for in the future, you are actually just recreating a solution or an ideal of the past. When things don't work out the way you want them to, you think you've failed, only because you didn't recreate something you perceive as desirable. In reality, you likely created something better, but foreign, and your brain misinterpreted it as bad because of that. So basically, moral of the story, living in the moment isn't a lofty ideal reserved for the Zen and enlightened. It's the only way to live a life that isn't infiltrated with illusions. It's the only way... No. It's the only thing your brain can actually comprehend. It's a very beautiful piece on why we should just do new things and then don't look too far into the future. We just look at what we want now, because the future is not something that our brain can comprehend. It fully describes that. So I really love this piece.
Yeah, it just suddenly reminded me about one thing that one of the psychiatrists told our patients. So most of the time they tend to be very anxious, and they worry a lot about what's going to happen in the future and all. But and that actually makes their condition even worse. So the thing that the psychiatrist was telling them is, when a person they don't know what to do, they tend to be very anxious and they worry a lot because they feel like by worrying they are actually doing something, but in fact they are not.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. By worrying, it won't help with any of your condition or anything at all. What you should do instead is focus on now and do whatever you can do at this moment. Live a step by like a day by day. Do whatever you can, whatever is within your control, instead of like worrying about the future that you have no control over it.
Yes, exactly. When you're talking about this, it linked me to another paragraph in this, because I remember there's something like this in here. So let me just read that. So the title is, "You needlessly create problems and crises in your life because you're afraid of actually living in it." So the full description. "The pattern of unnecessarily creating crises in your life is actually an avoidable technique. It distracts you from actually having to be vulnerable or held accountable for whatever it is that you're afraid of. You are never upset for the reason you think you are. At the core of your desire to create a problem is simply the fear of being who you are and living the life you want." Very beautiful. I was like, that's exactly what you're talking about, and it's summarized in this. I was like, oh my god, beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Right. It's like so funny. Like, things are just, I don't know. I love this book. I'm gonna buy another one. This is a new one for my sister. I just read two paragraphs. I really need to build up my habit of reading again. Can't find a way to slot it back in. But it's such a beautiful book that oh my god, it's mind provoking, mind bending, mind blowing. Something like that.
Yeah, I think actually I saw some people recommended this
Really?
book, but the title itself is not like very attractive to
but it sounds like a very boring thing. I was like, it's another
Yes.
101 essays that you can learn to write better, something like that. I was like, oh no, okay. Actually, when I saw that, I was like, okay, a bit normal, but it is very thought-provoking, actually.
Yeah. But now that you read it out, I feel like no, it's so different from what I'm imagining.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, same for me as well, definitely.
Okay, so that's it for your insight? I mean, the stuff that you want to share?
Basically, I just want to share about this book. Amazing book and very thought-provoking and all that. So, like, ideas that they shared are just, makes very much, makes a lot of sense to us, actually. So, yes, that's just what I want to share.
Okay, so for me, I won't say it's an insight as well, just that something I like to share. So actually, I talked to Andrew about this yesterday as well. So I was watching a documentary that talked about...
A horror documentary, I guess. A horror documentary.
Yeah. No, not that one.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Okay,
the one... I'm
so sorry about it.
Yeah, the one about consumerism.
Yeah. Oh, the one about consumerism. Okay.
Yeah, so so one of the example that was given in the documentary is like for the printer's cartridge. So yeah,
Yes.
I don't know how is it now, but based on what they were recording that time. So the cartridge has a preset amount of 50,000. So it means that it can be used to print 50,000 times. So when it reaches 50,000 times, then it will tell us that no, you have to buy a new one, or you have to replace it because it no longer can work. Yeah. So the person that were being interviewed or something, then he said that, my friend got to know about this, and then he or she is unsure if it's the real thing. So they actually tried to reset the numbers back to maybe zero, of I don't know, it's counting down or going up. So yeah. So they reset the numbers and put it into the printers again. And then it works.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And they do it like 2 to 3 times. I mean, resetting the cartridge after it says like there's no ink or what. Yeah. So yeah, it actually gives me I wouldn't say like eye-opening, but quite it. I mean, I find it quite interesting that this kind of stuff happen. Yeah, but you wouldn't say it's wrong or it's right. Yeah, just that everyone just not everyone, like
it's capitalist.
Those people that
capitalism. It's just capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism.
People are just trying to earn money. Money is king.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't finished the whole documentary yet, but definitely if you have time, you can try to find out. I forget what's the name, but yeah.
That's not very helpful for our audience.
No. If I found it, we will leave it in our blog. So yeah, if you are interested,
not our blog. I mean, we can even drop it in the description as well. Just put it onto Notion when you found it. There's a link or something. You can just drop it there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I should drop the book as well. I'll just drop the link to the book right there as well. Like maybe an Amazon link or something. Yeah, feel free to check it out.
Yeah, so I guess that's the end of today's episode. So thank you everyone for listening, and yeah, like what Andrew said earlier, if you have any comments or anything that you'd like to share with us, feel free to drop us a message or send us an email, whichever way that is more convenient for you. And yeah, see you again in our next episode. Bye
bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.